Chaos control!
Hello and welcome to part 1, or act 1, of Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions. This is going to be the prologue. So basically we get to see all...
I've seen this game, I kick myself when I haven't picked it up when I had that shit back in the day when I was asleep. Of course, back then I didn't know how to get around sleep.
Well, luckily I got this from another website, and it only cost me $10. But it works pretty good in my PC.
How did you manage that? Isn't that actually piracy?
I don't know, the store is called Keen Store. It's a legal store. You can buy games that you couldn't get on certain consoles. Cause
I'll have to give me the website later, and I'll take a look and see if it.
Sure, I'll send you the link. As long, yeah.
If they consider it safe, I'll look into it. I'll figure it. I mean, this is one of 2 games that I really wanted to get back in. The other being what the hell is it? Is it Edge of Time? No.
Yeah, Edge of Time. Yeah, you said it right.
Yeah, that's the sequel to this.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know? They literally did directly reference back that they met in this game.
Yeah, sadly, Edge of Time is not on Xbox One. Not that I know of. I'll have to do my research.
On Xbox One?
The menacing Mysterio.
Spider-Man. Let's see. Nintendo DS, 3DS, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the Wii. So it was on the 360, not the one.
Yeah, hopefully they can make that game backwards compatible so I can play it.
Nice. Don't get me wrong, your illusions are
dude, unless you're playing this on an Xbox, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Because most of the games that they have is would be, any game that they had designed to be compatible with
That's the best kind of friend.
So wait, they actually made game. Are you telling me they took this game and they made it compatible?
With PC, yep.
Wow, they did it themselves? That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I did not know that. Oh no, wait, no. Shadow Dimensions was always meant for Windows. It was okay. That's interesting. I'm surprised that Edge of Time wasn't as well. But I can live with it. I tell you, the one that I still want to play a lot, just for the chance to play it, is friggin' the game that they put out on the PS4. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be coming to any other systems anytime soon.
I don't think so. Spider-Man's a Sony property.
Well, they own the rights to the games and the movies, but Marvel has the rights to the toys and the cartoons.
There's the Spider-Man from 2099, Miguel O'Hara.
Miguel O'Hara. I
And
love the fact that they got, yes, and that was Spider-Ham. Spider-Ham, yes, he's a real thing. He was introduced sometime in the late 70s, and he was basically just meant to be a joke character, but he's pretty fun in of himself.
Spider-Ham.
Yeah, you really laugh, but he's a real thing.
Well, there's Madam Web.
Yeah, that was another one. She's been around since at least.
Yeah, right. No pressure.
She's only happened to pop up a couple of times in Spider-Man's life, though.
Alright, well, here's the prologue.
Let's get started. These neighborhoods are going to friendly themselves.
I tell you, I love the fact that they got 4 different people who already played Spider-Man to be in this game playing them Spider-Man. Trying to think, we have Neil Patrick Harris, Dan Silvazin.
Wait, this question was jumping.
Dan Gildeson. Excuse me, I'm mispronouncing that. Christopher Daniel Barnes and Josh Keaton. So basically, at this point, you literally had Neil Patrick Harris was in the HBO Spider-Man, the new animated series.
Ooh.
Christopher Daniel Barnes portrayed Spider-Man in the 1994 series. Dan Gilbazin, this is going way back. This is going back to the 80s. The first, the Spider-Man show that they ran in the, was it around like 82, 83? And then Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. And then Josh Keaton was the guy who voiced him in the Spectacular Spider-Man when he was there on the CW. Arguably, even though it was a much more simplified art style, I think that was probably one of the best Spider-Man cartoons in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly do not watch a lot of the doing stuff anymore. I didn't mind Ultimate Spider-Man, but the current Marvel Spider-Man that they've got running on Disney is not a fan.
Now to another Spider-Man, and to bestow a different gift upon each.
And this is Neil Patrick Harris. There's,
What are you doing in the black suit? I hate this thing.
Stay
wait a minute,
calm.
let's see the picture.
This suit has extra abilities you will need in your
We got,
What, trying to take over my body?
yeah, this is Josh Keaton now in the black suit.
Wow. He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Give him
Yeah,
props.
he's the one from Spectacular Spider-Man when he was on the CW.
Did you just say Smith's father?
So, yeah, that's Neil Patrick Harris that was playing in the regular costume, by the way. We're going to see Christopher Daniel Bond as Spider-Man Noir, and then Dan Gilvezan will be playing Miguel O'Hara. So that's really kind of interesting.
And you can run across
Now, I only died once on this part, but it's like, 'cause I was still trying to learn the controls at the time. But as
One thing I will say about this game, though, is it is somewhat of a Rails kind of game. I mean, it's not as much of a platformer as you think.
Can you swing across to
At least from what I've seen of like earlier playthroughs and this or other people. I mean, I get it.
I'm just glad my computer can run it. That's the big
Well, the
thing.
game's from, give me a minute. I think it was like 2013.
I was thinking like 2008. I don't
No,
know.
actually, we're both wrong. It's from 2010.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, this game, I can tell you right now, my machine would probably be able to play this game. I mean, considering my machine can play freaking Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, which is probably the second most physically demanding game I have, I mean, it'll play this easy.
this one without fear of falling due to your action?
yeah, Castlevania Lord of Shadows 1 and 2 are really good games.
I've got Lords of Shadow 2. I need to get Lords of Shadow 1. I grabbed Lords of Shadow 2 just because I didn't want to take the chance of, like, it leaving the Steam store. I don't even know if LOS 1 and let alone Mirror of Fate are still in there, but I gotta double check that stuff.
Luckily, those games were back compatible on the Microsoft Store on Xbox One, so I was able to get them like when I was able to.
Yeah, right, but that's for the system,
Fingers crossed.
right? We're talking like being able to play it on the PC. I mean, unless you're playing on the Xbox One right now.
Yeah,
Oh, you are playing on the Xbox One. Okay.
yeah. I have a console companion app on my PC. I can play it directly from the Xbox One through the app.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that.
That
I don't
way-
have it.
Spider-Man said, "Son of a."
Oh, trust me. I mean, this is like what? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's Miguel O'Hara, Dan Gilvezan. By the way, anybody, if they happen to think his voice sounds familiar and they don't recognize it from the Spider-Man cartoon, well, there's a reason for that. He's best known as the original voice of Bumblebee from the original Transformers animated series.
Wow,
Yep.
I'm learning so much.
Well, it helps to have somebody around who is otherwise usually a font of useless pop culture knowledge.
Now, in this gameplay here, like I said, it's still learning the controls, the buttons taking a little bit of a delay to press and stuff.
Well, that might just be because, again, it seems like it's delayed due to, going to OBS from Xbox.
You must defeat them in combat.
Yeah, my computer can run only so fast, too.
That too, yeah.
This one looks
Well, at some point I need to get around to getting a new machine myself. I don't necessarily have anything wrong with this one, I just, it's like 6-7 years old.
Now, each act is probably going to take 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast I finish
If
it.
I remember right, like, unless you're trying to grab every little goddamn thing.
Which I do. I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, at most the game will take
You
you
can probably even knock
maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to complete. Because there
Yeah.
isn't too much in the way of like super secrets right now. This is largely, again, it's a platformer on rails. Like you go around certain sections that you need to get to, you keep the living daylights out, whatever it is you're up against. You play against the boss, and then you get
Trying to
the
eat him
next
while
tablet
he's airborne.
piece. That's it. You know? There
Yep.
isn't too much in the way of Easter eggs. I mean, you can find a couple, but you can also just go back and get those later on. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you just go straight through the game,
Trying to eat him
it'll probably
while
take you
he's
an hour, maybe an hour and a half. As long as you're not trying to grab every little thing at once when you first play.
There we go. See, it took me a couple tries to get that mastered.
It works.
Yep. Now we gotta grab an enemy.
Interesting note regarding Miguel's suit is they left off the web airfoil that effectively works almost like tape on his back. And that is specifically from the comics. It does pop up in this very bizarre fashion in Edge of Time, but I guess they decided not to use it and it kind of mess with the aesthetic of the other Spider-Man. Although you consider the Spider-Man noir is effectively dressed as a damn detective.
See, because when I first saw him, I thought his outfit was blue, but as I look closer, it's black.
If you're talking about Miguel, yes. This was actually a point that came up in the original comics, is that many people thought that he was wearing red and blue, much like Peter. But no, it turns out he's actually wearing red and black. And this is referenced as early as the 3rd issue of Spider-Man 2099 Volume 1, in which the cyborg bounty hunter named Adventure specifically refers to Miguel as wearing black. It was later addressed in a letter sent into Marvel Comics back when they still did letters pages. And what they ended up doing was they pointed out that Miguel was actually wearing black, but they tinted it blue, which was an old printing trick to make it, pop more off the page. If you look at earlier issues that feature the symbiote Spider-Man costume when Peter was wearing it, or obviously looking at Venom after it bonded with Eddie Brock, you'll notice there is a slightly bluish tint to the symbiote. And this is even seen in the 1994 Spider-Man series, is that you would notice there was a bit of a blue tinting, sometimes red as well, in the outline to make the black of the suit operating.
Well, here's the Spider-Man noir. I'm liking the black and white and beige. That's nice coloring.
Well, the thing with noir is he's entirely intended to run as a stealth fighter. You're not really supposed to get, up close and personal with these guys. You don't have to. Your idea is like stealth takedowns. If you've ever seen Batman Arkham Asylum, and you've seen those sections where stealth is the name of the game.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, that's basically the entirety of Spider-Man Noir's game. Like, you can go up against people directly, but you are generally intended to stick to the shadows, so this way you're not dealing with, everybody being on alert, and you're supposed to attack from the rafters.
Yeah, see, remember, this is my second playthrough. On the first playthrough, I never got caught. On the second playthrough, I got caught like 3 times, so I had to tease it.
Get out of sight, get out of sight, get out of sight. And get up into the sky. Get up.
Yep.
And then when that meter goes off, you'll see, like, for a little while, they're looking for you.
Yep.
They'll keep looking for you as long as you're in a location where they can find you. Now remember, you are a spider. Get further up. There you go. Remember, he's called Spider-Man. He's also known as the Wall Crawler.
I know that. Like I said, I was still experimenting the controls on this playthrough.
Well, there you go.
But in the later acts, I slowly started to get the hang of it. I'm like a quick learner. Now, at this point, I was being kind of
I mean,
cautious.
honestly, I'm more of an intuitive gamer myself. So.
See, now I thought I was behind him, but then he turned, so I had to go back up and get out of sight. These guys can be smart, but sometimes these guys can be dumb. And they are goons.
Now remember, if you get up onto the rafters, you have the option to utilize web takedowns, so this way they won't see you coming.
Yeah, you can either take them out really quickly or find cover.
Right, the idea, though, again, for Noir, is stealth takedowns. Don't be anywhere in their line of sight. Utilize the webs from the rafters to your advantage.
Flee for the shadows.
See, again, he spotted you. This is because you were sitting around and just staring like a goof. Get further up. Get up as high as you can. Now, again, dude, what part of get as high up as you can do you not get?
And this is a recording, by the way. It was pre-recorded, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were from... Well, damn it, you said it.
Yeah, I should have told you it was pre-recorded. It's much better when I'm
You should have told me that, yes.
Sorry, Sonic.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There we go. There's a takedown.
Now, there's a takedown.
Oh,
And
look.
that's what you should be doing. Again, when you play this game, you got to get up into the rafters and just freaking use the web takedowns. What you got to do, and obviously you're not going to see much of it here because, again, pre-recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, Faker, next time tell me this in advance.
Will do. Like there, we were
Yeah,
trying.
there you go. So again, this is why you never trust Shadow to play a stealth mode.
Luckily, I played Arkham Asylum, so I'm aware of the stealth things.
Yeah, right.
I played all of them except Arkham Origins, which is basically a prelude or something like a, it's like the game that kind of tells the story of the other games. Prequel, yeah, that's what I was saying, kind of prequel. Alright, let's take down these idiots.
Well, it's your own fault for just freaking, literally walking right into it.
Well, that worked.
I mean, that worked because you were able to stay out of the line of the light in his gun.
Yeah, because Act 1 is going to be the Craven storyline, which took me an hour.
Oh, that was probably because you tried to grab everything at once, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And trying to punch at stuff like boxes and stuff, because sometimes the punches keep missing. So that was another reason. Plus, I was still learning the controls, like the swinging.
See, now that was a good stealth takedown. But the majority of times you want to do it is you want to do it from the rafters. Again, think of the Batman Arkham Asylum takedowns.
And that's the end of that.
No, Spidey, it's just the beginning. Across many
Man, I'm glad they had Stan Lee in this game with his voice.
in all their various incarnations.
Well, the man's voice was iconic for a reason.
The tablet of order and chaos, not just for the sake of their own worlds, but for the fate of every world, in every dimension. Good luck, Web Slingers. We're all counting on you.
You've recovered the first quarter of the tablet. Excellent.
That always makes good scavengers.
Like moths to a flame, those with evil hearts will be drawn to the unleashed power of the tablet, gaining new and frightening powers. So far, you have been fortunate, but none of them have fallen into enemy hands.
Why'd you have to go and say that? Yeah, what a jinx.
What a jinx, he said.
Useless hunk of nothing. Wait. What's this? Ah, yes. Power. This is what real power feels like. No more parlor tricks and sleight of hand. Mysterio is now the master of real magic. And this is just the beginning.
Oh, Mysterio can really get full of himself.
Yeah, I was right. That is David Cage voicing Mysterio.
Yep. Well, and that ends the prologue of this playthrough. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the series, and you'll see us again for Act 2, Craven's story.
I think that'd be Act 1. I mean, I know they call this Act 1, but let's be honest. It's literally a prologue, so it can't be the first act.
Yeah, no, I'll get that figured out when we make the thumbnails made.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, Chaos Control. See you guys next time.
I mean, yeah,